Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Yutaka and I like to talk things TV and film. Today I'm joined by Liam from the Horror Hour. Hello, sir.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm so happy you could just, free up that schedule for me.
I know, I'm just too nice.
Yeah. But we're kind of excited because we get to cover another show from Netflix, and this is called Dead Boy Detectives. It's in the same universe as The Sandman. It was created by Steve Yockey with Beth Schwartz. It stars George Rextrew, Jaden Reverie, Cassius Nelson. I almost got through that, but we're going to keep it anyways. And Yu Kirumura. And so, let's tell you a little bit of the story. Charles Rowland and Edwin Paine decide not to enter the afterlife and investigate crimes that involve supernatural stuff. Ooh, it's kind of pretty basic when it comes to the the description of the series. It's 8 hour long episodes. It drops on the 25th on Netflix. So when I look at that description, I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. It's a I know you've not seen the show Supernatural, but I got
but no, I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it. I just didn't like it.
Oh, fair. Okay, fair. But I got Supernatural vibes in terms of like each episode was somewhat of its own contained story for the most part, with an underlying like story arc throughout the entire season. Like a mystery of the week is what it was.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind that because when they did that, though, you got to really either focus on maybe a couple characters that you didn't typically in other episodes. But again, it was very formulaic. However, I really okay. Also, maybe not the best acting.
Sorry. Who said that? Who said
that? And also, that could have just been the writing. To be fair, that could have been the writing. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. Like, I will say, if we're gonna talk some down points, that was definitely that was a downer for me because only a few characters really like sold their lines, and some just did not. But I did enjoy the series overall. I don't know if it's getting a second season, but I enjoyed it. How about yourself?
I also enjoyed it. I also agree with you on the acting. The reason why I don't think it was the writing, but was down to the acting, was because it's the exact same writing, and out of the four main characters, two do good, two do bad. And it's
okay.
So it's not it could be that the acting, the writing was subpar, and the two didn't know how to elevate what they were given. But I think the other two did so well. Probably more down to the acting ability.
Gotcha. Okay.
But no, I still enjoyed it over, even with the bad acting. The bad acting gave camp, because they were trying so hard to act that they were overacting, and they were just egging everything, and it was
okay. All right.
And it was entertaining. It was bad, but it was entertaining. It's like watching a Jason Statham movie. You don't go in it for the acting, you go in it for everything else. And this is a bit like that. You're not going to get the high. You're not going to get, like, even though it's in the Sandman universe, you're not going to get Sandman level acting. You're going to get CW level acting in the Sandman universe.
And that's also why I kind of compared it to Supernatural, because it feels more in the vein of CW shows. And even though they say it's in the Sandman universe, it is a very quick barely noticeable connection.
There's more of a connection to Doom Patrol, so I don't know why they're saying it's Sandman.
So there is just like, because of episode 1, a character shows up from the Sandman universe. Well,
But
we
like
won't spoil
one of
that.
the pretty main characters who's in it like pretty much throughout is from the Doom Patrol and is playing the same
No,
character, isn't she?
no,
I
no.
thought she was.
That's Ruth O'Connell, and she is from Supernatural.
The nurse. The
The
afterlife woman.
nurse.
She's called Night Nurse. That's
Oh
what she was
yes,
called.
yes. Yeah,
I
no,
thought she was in Doom Patrol.
no.
It said in the write up that she'd returned from and was reprising her role from Doom Patrol.
Oh, guys, who am I thinking
Which is
of?
why I was like, it's connected to Doom Patrol, not the Sandman.
Oh no,
I
yeah,
I
no.
I
That's
didn't watch. I only watched the first couple of episodes of Doom Patrol, and I didn't like it, so I
I know
turned it off.
exactly who you're talking about
Um,
though, from Doom Patrol. But no, she was not in Doom Patrol. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I lied. He's right. She was in one episode of Doom Patrol. One episode. What episode?
was it not the episode with the Dead Boy detectives, but they were recast for this?
Oh, that might be it. Okay,
Because
fair.
wasn't it the prick from Heartstopper?
Yeah. Oh, I am so sorry on that, y'all. I like to admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong. He was right, but I forgot about that. Oh, season 3, episode 3 of Doom Patrol. And yes, they were completely recast. So, wait. So there's a connection to Sandman and Doom Patrol?
Yeah.
I did not realize that was all the same universe, so that's wild.
She's the night nurse. She's night nurse in the night nurse in Doom
Doom
Patrol.
Patrol, but she's also the night nurse
She is
and
the night nurse in this. I don't know whether she looked the same in both, because as I said, I didn't get that far into Doom Patrol. But she is the same character in both. And when this
yeah,
show
no,
was
and
announced, they announced it as they're doing a spin-off of Doom Patrol of Dead Boy Detectives. Then they later down the line said that it was being recast and it was going to be part of the Sandman universe for Netflix.
what?
So
I'm glad Liam's here but it's funny because now I'm looking at who they cast as Edwin originally, almost like the spitting image of a young George.
who did they? Oh, Ty Tennant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting. Okay, well, we took a little tangent there, but that's good to know.
But yeah,
I
so if you
don't
want to pretend that it's part of both universes, you go
You
ahead.
technically can, yeah. Honestly, I like Ruth O'Connell. She cracks me up.
She was very good in this. She's one of the people. The only two people I didn't like were the two leads.
Ooh, ooh, okay. What?
I think
Not
was
also,
the
let me correct myself. Ruth Connell, not Ruth O'Connell.
sorry, yeah.
Jeez,
I felt
what am I doing here?
I thought George Rexstraw as Edwin was overly, what's the word I'm looking for? Like he was overly woeful.
Well, I mean, he did come from like that era, and clearly there was that other underlying story of who he
Well, yeah.
was, and so I
Just get
totally
well,
get that.
yes.
Yeah.
I got what he was doing. He just wasn't doing it well. That was the problem.
Okay, that's fair.
And then Jaden Reverie as Charles wasn't convincing at all as the Brawn.
That's fair. That is, I would agree. Because
Also,
we're
Jaden
watching
looked
two
like
twinks.
yeah, Jaden looked like a 30-year-old man. Like, but
Okay, I wouldn't go that far.
skinny. I would.
Let's tone that down. I wouldn't go
He
that
looked he
far.
looked about the same age as me.
Oh, okay, disagree, but oh, no, no, sir, no.
I think
Now you're
so.
just taking shots at this.
I'm flattering myself. However, I will say Cassius Nelson as Crystal Palace was amazing throughout. When she was flicking between things that
Hmm.
happen to her, you were fully convinced. I was fully convinced that she was feeling it in the moment.
Honestly, I enjoyed the series, but when Liam calls up the two leads, I agree because I had more fun watching Crystal Palace and Nico's adventures.
Yeah.
So much more. I thought they were hilarious, and they actually helped move the story along. Because I will say, through through the 8 episodes, though, there are some lulls. Like there's a pacing issue, and again, that could be
Yeah.
because of who we're focusing on, but it was kind of a struggle. Um,
I will
but
say there is one scene, the scene when Edwin returns to the school,
okay,
the flashback, that really, I did enjoy that scene.
I had some really
And
great
I
horror
thought
elements.
both of them did really well in that one scene. Uh, that was the chemistry that was missing throughout the rest of the show. So they had it
Mhm.
in that scene,
We
but they
just would have
didn't have
liked
it in
to,
the rest.
yeah.
Yes.
The other thing too, again, uh, there is, like I said, there's the underlying story because there is an actual villain, and if you her name's Esther Finch, she's a witch, and if you've ever watched Claws, she's
And
played by
she's
Jen Lyon,
amazing.
and she's amazing. She really was. She chewed up like every scene she was in. She just she stole the spotlight because it's
Yep.
very camp and just kind of overdrawn. At like even the movements with the cane,
Oh,
I
fa-
loved it. And also
fabulous.
she wasn't afraid of nobody. And I really enjoyed that because you do get to meet other, which I do love about the shows, you do get to meet like other beings. Um, you got the Cat King, which I swear that Lukas Gage is going to be typecast for the rest of his life, poor guy. Um,
Not
but
until
you
he reaches a certain age, and then he'll be put out to pasture like the rest of the older gays.
this is very true. Um, but I just enjoyed like all like the lore around how we have to either capture this beast or dispel this ghost and get somebody where they need to go in the afterlife. It was fun. So again, very supernatural CW, just with a
Yeah.
little bit more of a budget.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because honestly, regardless, I still had a blast watching it. I could certainly tell though there were some episodes where I was like, okay, let's get to the fun part. Okay, you've introduced our task of the episode. Now let's really get to the where either somebody f's up or somebody's like, I'm so sorry, let's work together. I don't know. Again, it felt very primetime CW.
It did. It did. But sometimes it's just fun to watch
Hmm.
a procedural type, well, it's not episodic type show.
Thank you, episodic. Yes, thank you.
There we go. Where it's just camp, silly, and a bit over the top. It's
It was
enjoyable. It is enjoyable.
yeah.
And I
Oh
did
yeah.
watch it all straight away.
Yeah, I
So
remember. That's how I know when Liam likes things. If he binges it, like from episode 1 to the last, he enjoyed it. he'll critique it. He will absolutely still pull out things, but he'll be like, I still really enjoyed it. And this is one of those things too, because I do want to also call out Brianna Kuoko, who played Jenny Green, the butcher.
Yes, she was fun. Yeah, she was fun.
That whole character was great. And honestly, her episode, like her, I guess that focused on her, that got some creepy horror, like single white female stalker like vibes. I loved it. I did. Like, I was like, okay. And
I did,
also,
yeah.
I will say this show at times kind of shocks me because it does not shy away from the blood. Like, there were a couple scenes like, I was not
No.
expecting that. What?
You were getting drawn into it being like this CWE show,
Mhm.
and then like all of a sudden it'd be like boom. Oh,
And you're like,
this is I forget this is on Netflix. It's not
I do too.
it's not for kids. Yay.
I would, I think I don't know if this will have a second season, but if they do,
I hope so.
I still would like, I agree. I would like to see them, obviously, well, without spoiling things, I
Take
would
some
just like to
coach
see.
acting lessons.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I wasn't gonna say that.
Ah!
Maybe work on chemistry.
Yes, yes. Because it was the chemistry was an issue. Chemistry
Mhm.
between
Yeah.
the two gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would think. And honestly, too, maybe well, no, because I again, I loved the main villain. They rocked. Bring Ruth Connell back. She was awesome. Like, I
Yes.
don't know how you'd work her into the story, but find a way. She was
Yeah.
just
Well,
so
no,
much fun.
they ended it in a way where she is going to be around.
True. But I mean, like, more like, I loved when she interacted with the rest of the cast.
Yes.
So I would like to, I would like to see that. Also, because we're dealing with supernatural, let's go a little bit darker.
I mean, Goes Dark is the one for me.
Yeah. Like, because I was thinking too, if with the connect more of like, again, I forgot about the Doom Patrol part, but with the connection to Sandman, you should be going like, get a little bit heavier with the subject matter or the
Yeah.
material, because I would like to see
Don't go
that.
too deep into Sandman territory though,
No,
because
no, 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 no,
then I'll turn off.
yeah.
Uh,
Like, so here's the thing with the show, like, the fun parts, like the campiness, I enjoy that. I do like, honestly, again, Crystal Palace and Nico stole the show. Anytime that duo was
yes.
on, I knew I was going to have a great time. Um,
Yes.
So maybe, unless again, if Edwin and Charles can have better chemistry, that could turn that around for me. I would say if you're if you're like me, and the reason I wanted to see this so truly, and I know I keep saying supernatural, so sorry, y'all, is because I got those vibes from the trailer, and I missed that show. So I was like, you know what, I want to give this a shot. And I would also say I think I binged it in about 2 days, and I was very happy with it. It certainly had
Yeah.
some issues, but I was still happy with it because I don't know. You didn't have to look too deep into it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved the authentic self and all of that. I really did. We're starting to see that more, and I like that. Uh but I don't know. Even though, again, Lukas Gage, I don't know.
He's not bad, is he? He's not bad. He's just Lucas Gage. At this point,
That's
it's
true.
like you've done this. You've done this about 30 times now over the last 4 years. Like,
I'm
can we
bummed
stretch it? Can we stretch it out a little bit and maybe do something slightly different?
I'm bummed this was on Netflix, because I think if it was on Max and they continued with the Doom Patrol like connection, I think this could have got weirder. So I would have enjoyed that,
Yeah,
because I know
but I also
you
didn't
didn't
like
like
Doom Patrol, so I don't want that either.
I love Doom Patrol because like they had weird stories, but it was truly just about the characters themselves, and it got real deep in their stories. And I do think there was so much. I think there was complex emotions and you cared about characters. This, when certain characters came on screen, I was like, oh, yay. But I didn't like actually have any emotional connection to any of these characters. And so
Oh no, and I
so
don't need an emotional connection.
I do sometimes.
I just need them to
I'm
camp it up.
spending
And
8 hours with you. I need that connection, okay?
I got kind of a connection with Crystal Palace. I think I don't need an emotional connection with everyone. I think this season was about exploring the emotions of Crystal Palace, and I was invested.
True. I did like, also, you know, obviously, she also had a very, awful ex, and I enjoyed that story.
Yes, yes. I also enjoyed the jar. Obviously, not spoiler. So
Oh my gosh,
enjoyed the
yes.
jar.
We'll end on that. I will say that was one of the funniest. When I tell
couldn't
you
believe
though,
it. I couldn't believe it.
y'all, like, again, this is why this series is very, it's just so uneven, in
Yeah,
terms of, like, I went in thinking one way, and they're kinda giving you that, and then they throw you for these loops of, like, the gore, that didn't shock me, I was just more happy because again, I forgot Netflix. But what you're referring to, that caught me so off guard
like
because
I was. My gast was flabbered. I was just like, "What? What? This
and
is amazing!"
it's so funny and so hysterical. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really fit in the story per se
It doesn't,
or in the series,
but it was
but
so
my
well
God,
placed.
I was like every time that again, those were scene stealers. And it just
Yes,
again, it kind of proves Liam's point that when you've got two leads who aren't really commanding um the attention, it kind of
it
does.
allows things like this to be put in and
Well, if they had
steal the
chemistry,
show.
I think that the jar would have still far
Oh,
surpassed just
it still
because it
would have
was
stole the show, but
oh my
still.
god. Y'all, like, Liam's not kidding. I was almost in tears with oh my god. Oh, yeah. So, if I were to rate this, um, again, if something has awful pacing, not that the pacing was awful, but I could feel at times, and again, with the chemistry, well, the leads, still enjoyed it. I really did. I'd give it a 3 out of 5, which is still good.
Yeah. I would go 3, 3.5. Like it's no 3. I would go 3. There is definite room for improvement.
Yes.
Um, it was a good jumping off point. It's a strong jumping off point to go into a really good second season.
Agreed. I really like see, and that was one of the other things. Like when it came to like the end of the season and the where the like how you feel it may set something up, I'm just like, I want that now. I want that
No,
right now. Like, and
now,
that's
now.
yeah, it's like it reminds me of The Politician. That show was rough. But the final scene of the first season, I was just like,
And you just went, oh, I haven't watched
oh,
season
yeah,
2.
yes. And so
And then I
that's
watched season 2 and went, I shouldn't have watched season 2. It's
true.
just as bad as
Well, I don't
season 1.
want that part to happen, but what I'm just
And
saying
then
is,
it ended and you went, oh, I want season 3. Oh, they're not giving me season 3. God damn
yeah.
it.
So, like the way this ends, I was happy. I'm excited. So if this does well, maybe we'll get a second season. Um, but I will say I'm hoping to at least see Cassius Nelson and Yu Kitamura and some more things because I've really enjoyed
Yes.
them a lot.
Yes. I think
So
both of them, this is a good calling card that they can point to get more roles.
So that's our review. You know, whenever Liam's on here, we deviate, we just have good chat. But we really did like I've been waiting to talk about this. I know he's been waiting to talk about this. So hey, it drops on the 25th. It drops on Netflix. Honestly, go check it out. It is a real fun show. So with
Yeah.
that, you know, like, comment, subscribe, let us know. Have you seen this? Did you know about Doom Patrol? Because clearly I didn't. Sandman, that I knew. And if you have seen it, let us know your thoughts. And until next time,